let's be honest for a moment. Most years you have lived until now haven't changed anything in your life. New calendar? Yes. But you follow the same habits, make the same excuses, and stay the same version of you. Every new year we say things like, this year will be different. But in reality, we don't change our systems, the standards, and the identity behind our actions. And that's why nothing really changes. But 2026 doesn't have to be like that. Change can be difficult, or even painful sometimes. But there comes a moment in every person's life where staying the same becomes more painful than changing. This video is for that very important moment. If you feel stuck but you feel like you're capable of more, if you're tired of watching years pass while your life stays the same, then this is the time for a serious reset. Because a year from now, you'll be one of two people. The person who finally took control of their life, or the person who wonders where another year went. 2026 should be about becoming mentally stronger, physically healthier, spiritually grounded, and financially smarter. And this video is your blueprint of how to do that. Most people live unconsciously. They don't choose their habits, their thoughts, or their priorities. They just react. 2026 can be different if we stop living in autopilot. Most people don't lack motivation, they lack awareness. They don't consciously choose what they eat, what they consume mentally, or how they spend their time and money. They just repeat. And repetition without awareness becomes a life you never intentionally designed. That's why we need to be intentional this year, if we really want to make this year the best year yet. Let's start with something that's non-negotiable, your physical and mental health. Because let's be real, if you don't have your health in check, nothing else really matters. Yet somehow we all forget this. Most people only realize how valuable their health is after they lose it. Don't be that person. Be smart. Value your health. Prioritize it. And here's how you do it. Start with what you put in your body. Eat a variety of nutrient-rich foods. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, proteins, healthy fats. At the same time, cut down processed junk, sugary snacks, and those frying fats that are basically in every fast food meal. And watch your portions. Because yes, that's how you gain those extra pounds that are so difficult to lose. And for caffeine or alcohol, use moderation. Become good at it. And don't forget to drink plenty of water during the day. I don't care if you don't like it. It's not optional. Without it, your organs will literally start to shut down. So, always stay hydrated. And a bonus point for that will be that your skin will look great too. Next up is exercise. Move your body every day. Not just to look good, though that's nice, but because exercise releases endorphins, reduces stress, and makes you feel genuinely happy. Let's start with 30 minutes a day. That's all it takes. Walk, cycle, swim, hit the gym, or just dance to your favorite songs in your own room. Whatever works for you. Just move. Stop rotting in bed all day watching Netflix and scrolling on social media. And don't even get me started on sleep. Sleep is sacred. Aim for 6 to 7 hours a night. And keep a consistent schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends or holidays. Doesn't matter. And make your room a peaceful zone. No screens, no stress. Just rest. Sleep allows your body to recover and keeps you sharp, focused, and energized. So far, we've talked physical health, but mental health is just as crucial. You can't separate the two. If one suffers, the other follows. Mental health matters so much, and it's okay to ask for help when you need it. Therapy, counseling, or even medication can be game changers. But you can also learn to deal with it yourself. That's what a lot of people prefer. And to do that correctly, start by identifying what stresses you out. Set boundaries and learn to say no when needed. And swap unhealthy coping mechanisms like stress eating, smoking, overdrinking for healthier options like exercise, hobbies, walks in nature, or spending time with people who lift you up. Build meaningful connections with people who listen to you, make you laugh, you can have meaningful conversations with, and support you. And don't forget mindfulness. Take a few minutes daily to meditate. Breathe in and breathe out, while trying to keep your thoughts away for those few minutes. It sounds small, but trust me, it works. Here's the truth. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, and mental care, they all work together. None of them alone is enough. So take care of your body. Feed it right, move it, rest it, and care for your mind. When you do, energy, focus, happiness, and quality of life skyrocket. Your health isn't just important, it's everything. So don't wait to lose it to realize how much it matters. Prioritize it every single day. Because when your health is solid, everything else in life becomes possible. Another thing that's very important to level up is your mindset. And if you want to level up mentally, it all starts with knowing yourself. Not just what you like or you don't like, but who you truly are. And that begins with your core values. These values are like invisible software running in your brain. They guide every choice, every action, every reaction you have. Some of these values you picked up from your parents, your teachers, society, or even religious leaders. Over time, you probably rebelled against some, or realized others no longer make sense to you. Most people live by strong values without even realizing it. But if you want to take control of your life, grab a notebook or a piece of paper and write down the values that resonate with you. Maybe it is freedom, independence, health, loyalty, peace, justice, compassion, growth, happiness. These are some of my values, for example. You can also write values you would like to adopt. Look at people you admire. What drives them? What do they refuse to compromise on? Let that inspire you. Because here's the thing, when your life aligns with your values, something magical happens. You gain clarity, purpose, flow, and peace of mind. You feel alive, creative, focused, unstoppable. And when you know your values, personal development stops being random. It becomes intentional, powerful, and aligned with who you are. Life only gets better when you do. Human potential is limitless. And no matter how good you are, you can always be even better. Every world-class achiever, whether in business, sports, or the arts, knows this. They are obsessed with growth, constantly learning, evolving, challenging themselves. But real growth doesn't happen until you look in the mirror and get real with yourself. Admit your mistakes, own them, and stop making excuses. Because the moment you take responsibility, that's the moment real learning begins. Mistakes, they're not failures, they are lessons. So reframe them, use them, learn from them. And while you're doing that, Ditch the bad habits holding you back. Don't quit cold turkey. That rarely works. Reduce them gradually. Don't be so hard on yourself. Bad habits don't disappear just through willpower. They disappear through strategy. To break bad habits, identify triggers, emotions, situations, people, and make the habit harder to perform by increasing friction. Visualize negative consequences too. Reduce exposure to temptation by setting boundaries with people and environments. And stay busy with purpose. That's why scheduling your day is so important. Not just to be busy, but to be intentional. Meanwhile, be patient and kind to yourself because it's not easy to break bad habits. And on the other hand, to build good habits instead. Plan your day the night before. This reduces decision fatigue, creates clarity, which increases follow-through, and create a morning routine. Morning routines matter because they set the emotional tone for the day. Also align habits with your values. That's why it's so important to have your values set up. And don't forget that consistency matters more than intensity. Small actions repeated daily can reshape your identity. And your identity, sooner or later, will shape your destiny. Another thing that helps to level up your mindset is to treat every experience as a learning opportunity. So surround yourself with growth-minded people. Embrace challenges. Step out of your comfort zone because discomfort is where the magic happens. Networking, even if you're shy. Meeting people outside your usual circle. These are the moments that prove to you that you are capable of more than you ever thought possible. But none of this works if you don't become obsessed about protecting your time. So another thing that's very important is to learn to manage your time. Your time is the most precious, irreplaceable resource. You can save it. You can't earn more. You can only choose how to spend it. Avoid procrastination. Make to-do lists. Block your time. Batch similar tasks. And eliminate distractions. Learn to say no to things that don't align with your goals. Because every yes to something meaningless is a no to your future. Time management isn't just a skill. It's how you turn potential into progress. Also, don't forget to always make some time for rest so you can protect your energy. Take breaks, maintain balance so you can take care for your body and mind. So, when your values guide your choices, your habits fuel your growth, and your time is spent on what truly matters. You're no longer drifting, you're in control. Clarity, purpose, flow, power. That's what a true mental level up looks like. So start today. Define your values. Own your growth. Master your time. Step into discomfort. Fail, learn, repeat. The person you could become is waiting on the other side of commitment. And once you get there, your life will never look the same again. Now let's continue with spiritual level up, which is also very important. Imagine for a second your life is a movie and you are the director. The first step in creating the life that you want is visualization. Visualization is not just daydreaming, it's forming a clear mental image of the life that you desire and stepping into it as if it's already real. When you visualize yourself actually living that life, your brain fires the same way it would if it were already happening. That means every dream, every goal, every ambition starts to feel possible Without this ability to picture what doesn't exist yet, we wouldn't have progressed as humans at all. Think about it. Every invention, every business, every breakthrough started first as a thought, a mental picture, a vision. And the beautiful part is, what we visualize, we eventually express through action. But here's the catch. Visualization alone isn't enough. You have to protect your mind, just as you protect your body. You wouldn't feed your body junk food every day and expect it to perform as an athlete, right? The same goes for your mind. Be careful what you feed your thoughts and who you let into your life. Negativity is like poison. Gossip, violent TV, toxic social media, even people who drain your energy, they are toxic too. Even if they are people who are close to you, like your family, for example. They sneak into your brain and start running the show. And once those images and thoughts are in there, they stick. That's why it's so important to surround yourself with positivity. Choose entertainment that inspires, motivates, makes you laugh, makes you feel alive, and don't forget to evaluate your social media. Mute, unfollow, and walk away from negativity as much and as often as possible. Instead, spend time with people who inspire you, who push you to be better, who add value to your life. Even science proves it. Emotional contagion is real. The people around you influence you more than you realize. So set boundaries, set high standards, and put your needs first. That's not selfish. That's self-care on a spiritual level. And now here is where the magic really happens. Once you're visualizing your dream life and protecting your mind, it's time to cultivate a positive mindset and share that energy with the world. We all have that inner voice, the one that replays mistakes or criticizes everything that we do. But here's the truth. Those thoughts aren't the problem. The problem is how much weight we give them. You can choose a different story, a kinder, better story. Self-love is the key. Treat yourself with the same compassion, forgiveness, and understanding that you give to the people you love. Accept your weaknesses, your strengths, and everything in between. Because no matter how good life looks on the outside, it doesn't matter. If you don't love yourself, you will never feel worthy of happiness. And don't stop there. Start noticing the good things in your life. For example, the roof over your head, the food on your plate, clean water, clothes you wear. Most of us take these things for granted. But for millions of people around the world, these things are not guaranteed. Practicing gratitude is not just a nice thought. It actually rewires your brain, strengthens your sense of well-being, and makes you happier every single day. Then take that energy and share it with the world. It's your time to inspire others. Kindness doesn't have to be huge. It can be as simple as giving someone a smile, say a thoughtful word, and help where and when you can. Science proves this too. Kindness is contagious, just as those negative things that we talked about before. But it's in your hands to choose. Are you going to inspire positivity or negativity? When you do something good, one act leads to another, and suddenly you have sparked a chain reaction of goodness. And you don't just make the world better, you make yourself better too. So this is how you level up spiritually. That's how you grow into the best version of yourself. That's how you live a life that isn't just dreamed about, but actually lived. The next thing you need to do to level up your life and make 2026 the best year yet is to plan for your financial level up. And to do that, first things first, you have to invest in yourself. In today's world, everything moves at lightning speed. If you're standing still, you are already falling behind. The people who win aren't necessarily the smartest. They are the ones who learn faster, adapt quicker, and never stop growing. So how do you start? Step 1 is to define your learning goals. Ask yourself, what skill do I want to master? What knowledge will give me an edge? And be honest about your weaknesses, because ignoring them won't make them go away. Once you know your gaps, dedicate time every day to fill them. Read books that actually teach you something. Forget novels or tabloids for now, okay? Focus on educational books, biographies, and autobiographies of successful people. Every successful businesswoman or businessman, world leader, or intellectual giant you admire, they are obsessed with reading. And that's no coincidence. Next, mix it up. Use online resources like YouTube, blogs, podcasts, and Skillshare to learn on your schedule. Attend seminars to meet experts and network with like-minded people. Join communities, online or offline, because learning from others and surrounding yourself with ambitious people will push you further than you could go alone. And don't forget, balance is key. Technical skills matter, but so do communication, leadership, and emotional intelligence. Keep leveling up both. Once you're growing, it's time to set goals. And I mean real goals, long-term goals that give your life direction, broken down into short-term steps that actually get you there. Think of long-term goals as the destination and short-term goals as the roadmap. Track your progress, stay flexible, but never change the goal itself. Consistency is your magic weapon here. You need to show up every day, put in the work, and keep moving forward, even when it feels hard. Because the truth is, success rarely happens overnight. It's the result of persistent effort over time. And now all that learning and goal setting. That's the fuel for your financial growth. To have a financial level up, financial literacy is everything. You need to know how to budget, save, manage debt, and invest, because money mistakes can slow down even the most ambitious plans. Start by tracking your income, creating a realistic budget, and cutting unnecessary expenses. Build an emergency fund, at least 3 to 6 months of living costs to protect yourself from the unexpected. Pay off debt strategically and avoid unnecessary credit. And once you're ready, start investing wisely. Automate your savings and investments so your money grows while you focus on leveling up your skills and hitting your goals. Here's the thing, these 3 things, learning, goals, and financial planning, are connected. When you constantly improve yourself, you increase your earning potential. And when you set goals, you know exactly where to direct that potential. And when you manage your money wisely, you turn all that effort into long-term security and freedom. Combine these, and you are not just chasing success. You are creating a life where success chases you. So start today. Pick a skill, write down a goal, and budget like a boss. The path won't be easy, but nothing worth having ever is. Keep learning, keep growing, keep grinding, and the financial and personal level up you're chasing, it's closer than you think. 2026 will pass just like all the prior years. The only question is, will you use it or waste it? You don't need to change everything at once. One habit, one boundary, one decision. That's how lives change. Your future self is watching. Make them proud. By making this the year you start living on purpose. So you now know how to make 2026 your best year yet. But knowing isn't enough. Starting is what changes everything. If you struggle with taking that first step, I made a video about how to start something new and push past all the mental barriers that are stopping you. Here it is. Go watch it next if you're serious about this.